What's up, cats and dogs? It's your boy Stray Away Dave. Welcome back to the channel. So today I've been tinkering around with the old mini bike motor. I've been trying to get this clutch off, and it's been a thing lately. I've doused it in a lot of WD-40, trying to get it to loosen up a little bit. So I want to try to put it on the new motor so I can ride the mini bike, right? I am going to take this header off just to give us more like spinning space. Pretty sure it's a 12. I'm wrong. Why'd you tell me that? Why'd you tell me it was a 12? I thought we were friends. That'll teach me to just bring one wrench at a time. I should just bring them all with me because it's definitely a 13. Told you. That kind of makes things easier. I guess we should probably take this off as well. I mean, at this point I might as well just start the video over, right? What's up, cats and dogs? Today we're tearing down the old mini bike motor because that's what we're obviously doing. I don't really know if you can see it. I hope you can, but there is the front sprocket on the clutch. I think it's all one piece. I really just don't know how to get this off without the claw puller thing. And might have an idea. I don't really want to use this, but the wooden handle might be something I can work off of, maybe. It's not really looking like it. We got a dirt bike kid in the neighborhood. We got a dirt bike kid and a four-wheeler guy that I have. Oh, y'all see it move? I guess I just had to start talking about four-wheelers and dirt bikes, huh? Hell yeah! Nice. How does this clutch even work? Is it like centripetal force or something? I see springs in there, right? Springs. It looks like it's multiple pieces. It looks to me that this part would spin with the engine. As you rev it, it spins faster, and then maybe these like slide out, catching the bell housing thing, allowing it to all spin together. That's got to be how it works, right? Drop a comment down below if you know how this type of clutch works, because I don't. I guess I could Google it, but where's the fun in that? Let's clean this out. Let's clean this. I just want to knock all the dirt and grease and junk off of it. Alrighty, I'm pretty sure this table can support the weight of 424 cc's of raw, unadulterated power, but still we're going to be a little careful. If we start hearing anything creaking or cracking, we'll pull it off real quick. Okay, so I still may need to buy a new clutch, but for right now I'm trying to get this little key tab off of here because I don't think I'm going to be able to get it out of the old clutch, and I'm just trying to work it out gently without really fucking anything up. Little piece that goes in there, and when it's notched, I guess it's something to lock into. I don't know, dude. Don't quote me on any of this. I just work here. Ah, look at that. Clutch is on there. I think the only thing left to do now is just find a screw that fits in there and doesn't snag or drag, so we don't mar up the threads. And then we could probably just go ahead and mount this thing up and get it running. But before we do that, we're going to cut to a quick sponsor break because I have to go play driver's ed. Wish me luck in the comments, and we'll be right back after these messages.
Whether you're cold or whether you're wet, you'll weather it better with a warm, welcoming Knorr soup. Like Knorr blended golden vegetable. Wholesome, nourishing vegetables, selected and blended for a soup that's thick but smooth. Soup in a cup or soup in a bowl, there's no soup more satisfying. Knorr soup. So good you go.
Welcome back to the show. Hopefully you enjoyed that little ad break. Driver's ed didn't go that great, but it also didn't go so bad. I mean, I'm still alive. And in the time that I was gone, I was able to find a very similar screw nut to ratio. I don't know. It at least seems to fit. I don't foresee it being the one that we keep in there. I'm not going to put this this messed up screw, because I can't even, look at this. I can't even get the washer off. The threads are so marred up that I can't even take that off. Alrighty, now, so I suppose the next step would be to actually install the new engine. Let's bring her over here and put it in. Oh, that sucks. It's not chocolate. There it goes. Okay. That heat shield seems to be in the way. Let's take that off. I didn't anticipate this at all. You know, when we pulled the old engine out, it looked like we had to take the header off to actually, get it out of the frame. And got to looking at this one, I did think for a second that maybe the exhaust is going to be in the way. But to be honest with you, I didn't really think it would be. I got one screw left, and it's in the most difficult ass place to get. Well, I guess we're about to find out if that was enough. Let's try that again. That sucks. Alright, so this is what I'm dealing with right here. This stock muffler on this engine is not giving me the space I need. It's hitting the frame. The engine is not lining up where it needs to be. Like, this needs to be back here or so. Like this part of the block needs to be lined up with this hole, so you can actually kind of see how far it is. Like, I can't push it back anymore. And if that wasn't bad enough, we seem to have the same issue right here on this side with the air box. Like, it's just not gonna clear this frame here. Now, this issue could probably be really easily taken care of by taking all the plastic off and just getting to the carburetor and putting the pod filter, which would stick out here, eliminating the need for anything like all of this stuff here. The easiest solutions are sitting on this table. Just use the carburetor off of this one, or at least the adapter piece and the pod filter, and also using this header. All of this is also assuming that this clutch isn't actually seized up and bad. I may just go ahead and bite the bullet and buy a new one to have on standby in case this one is bad. But for right now, this one's gonna stay, and we're just gonna have to make do with what we have. Unfortunately, we're not making do with anything right now because it is Sunday night for me. I got work tomorrow, and I still got dinner to eat, showers to take, bedtime stories to read. See you later, tomorrow, next time, I don't know. For me, it'll be however long it is, and for you, it ought to be, well, a few seconds after I shut the fuck up, right?
One eternity later.
Oh man, come on, don't do this to me. Hell yeah, brother. Ha-ha! Okay, the brakes are actually not bad. Oh, this is so sketchy. Yeah, so in case you didn't notice, I don't have a throttle cable. I'm having to finger fuck the throttle body to give her fuel. You know, it's not so bad once you get used to it, but I gotta say, I'm not the biggest fan of the suicide throttle. It makes leaning and steering kind of well, kind of tricky. Okay, that was an even sketchier wrap than the first one.
Winning has never tasted so good. As you guys saw, the mini bike is now in running and riding order. There's a few things that we still need to get done to it, but overall, we have accomplished so freaking much. This is probably one of the sketchiest things I have ridden in a long time, mainly because of the whole suicide throttle thing I was working with. I have a throttle cable that came off of this, but it's in, well, it's had better days. I'm sure I can like clean it and do something to make it not so bad, but yeah, we're having to work with that. I think I just broke it. Yeah, this throttle cable is roach, dude. Look at that. I hope you can see it, but it's completely frayed. Yeah, okay. So we're gonna need a throttle cable. I have extra pieces laying around in the garage somewhere, stuff that came off the bolt and other miscellaneous things I've collected over the years. So we're gonna get it figured out. Don't you worry about that. The main thing right now is that we rode the bike down the road, around the neighborhood, and we found out there were some flaws here. This front tire is, while it's holding air right now, the yeah, that was the valve stem. So that's bad. So we're probably going to have to get a new front tire. Where we last left off, I was having trouble getting the engine to fit in this frame because the airbox and the exhaust wasn't quite small enough, I guess is the word. What I ended up doing was just taking this cover off the stock airbox. So this is, everything is original to this engine, and this is just the regular air cleaner. Probably get something a little bit more durable and like outside resistance, because this is just like the little spongy filter, but it fits, and as you saw, it definitely runs. As for the exhaust, we ended up putting the loud straight pipe header on there. I tried taking the other one and like flipping it upside down and just kind of bending it out a little bit, but then it was going to be right there on the leg, and I didn't want that. So this one's at least tucked in enough where my leg doesn't touch it, and again, it runs. So one of the biggest issues I ran into was chain tension. Since the axle on this is just a straight hole, like it doesn't slide forward and back like a regular motorcycle, the engine itself is supposed to act as the chain tensioner, and it's supposed to slide forward and backward. But this not being the original motor for this frame, there were different holes drilled into it, and it just bolts straight in and doesn't move. Now, I could totally just, waller them out a little bit and make it where it does slide back and forth, but I didn't want to get into that without making sure that the clutch worked, and obviously it does. What I ended up doing was making my own tensioner pulley out of a rear paddock spool for like your swing arm for your stand or whatever. This is not going to be permanent. This is just a quick fix right now because it doesn't spin. So the chain is just dragging across it, and that's going to end up wearing the chain and wearing the spool. And so this is just a band-aid for an issue that we'll address later on. Overall, I'm really happy with how this project is starting to take shape. It's really nice that it's not just a project that has to be worked on, but it's something that I can work on and play with at the same time. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, go ahead and leave a like and consider subscribing if you haven't already, because there will be more video stuff happening with this bike, and obviously the Bolt and the V-Strom. And we're going to do do some adventures and whatnot. We're going to get into some shenanigans with this little thing here, and you know, just if you don't want to miss it, go ahead and subscribe and smash the notification bell. And as always, folks, it's the same deal every time. No matter what you're riding, where you're riding to, or who you're riding with, it's okay to be a stray. I'll catch y'all in the next one.